What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to a video today, and I've got us in Albaz Strike Starter Deck. We're going to be opening up this one tonight. I say tonight, it's like 5 in the morning when I'm recording this. We're going to be opening this up. I'm going to be going through all the cards, reading what they do, and then giving my thoughts at the end of the video. And we're just, I'm late. This literally came in while I was at work tonight. So, God, yeah. There we go. Finally got the box open. Here's our brick of cardboard. I love the way the little Tri-Brigade birdie looks. Plastic, that's trash. And our awesome little, well, not so little, but our awesome paper playmat. When Konami, oh yeah, and then on the back we have like a story thing, which is really cool. I'm not gonna read it, but when Konami tweeted out the extra deck monsters that are on that paper playmat, I was like, oh, one of them's just a retrain of Absolute Zero, just with an added effect. And honestly, people tried to rebuttal, and then they read it back, and they were like, oh, well, not wrong. I'm not on Twitter anymore, though. I never reinstalled it. That's weird. You guys see that? Little marks on the bottom here? So weird. Well, anyways, we got the Tri-Brigade Mercurier. When your opponent activates a monster effect while you control a fusion monster that mentions Fallen of Albaz, send this card from your hand or face up from the field of your negate it. And then if it's banished, you can add from your deck to your hand one Fallen of Albaz or monster that mentions it except itself. You can only use its effect once per turn. I feel like you can throw 3 of these in a Tri-Brigade deck, or maybe one of them. I don't know. You can throw any of these in a Tri-Brigade deck and then make a Fallen of Albaz Tri-Brigade build. Pretty neat. Springin's Kit. If you have a fusion monster that mentions Fallen of Albaz as material on your field or in your graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand. If it is normal or special, you can add it to your hand one of your branded spell/traps that is banished or in your deck or graveyard. Then place one card from your hand on the bottom of the deck. This is just Fallen of Albaz stuff. It has the Springin's name on it because synergy with Springin's, I guess. The Golden Sword Soul. Hey folks, camera. Here we go. This is the focus. There we go. When a monster declares an attack, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, negate that attack. And if you control a fusion monster that has Fallen of Albaz listed as material, destroy the monster to declare the attack. If a monster is banished, face up, banish this card from your field or graveyard. Special summon a light spellcaster from your hand or graveyard whose attack equals its own defense. Pretty neat card. And then here's the fusion monster I said was just in a Elemental Hero Absolute Zero retrain with a negate. You can only control one Mirror Jade. Quick effect, you can send a fusion monster from your shade to the graveyard that mentions Fallen of Albaz as material. Banish one monster on the field. Also, this card cannot use this effect next turn. If the fusion summon card in its owner's position leaves the field because of an opponent's card, you can destroy all monsters your opponent controls during the end phase of this turn. That last line of text is why I said this is a slower retrain of Absolute Zero, because when it leaves the field, you get a nuke your opponent's board. Then we have Lubellion, the Searing Dragon. 1 dark monster plus Fallen of Albaz. If this card is fusion summoned, discard 1 card, fusion summon a level 8 or lower fusion from your extra deck, except itself, by shuffling fusion materials mentioned on it into your deck, or from the field or graveyard and or face to banish. For the rest of this turn, this card cannot attack. Also, you cannot special the monsters from the extra deck except fusion monsters. So, pretty good cards. And then obviously, like, the best spell in the whole deck. I'm going to set our ultra rares off to the side over here. And we're going to get into the supers. We have Branded Fusion that lets you fusion summon a fusion monster that lists Fallen of Albaz using 2 monsters from your hand, deck, or field. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra except fusion monsters for the rest of the turn. Hard ones per turn. Best fusion card for this deck. Best card in the deck at all, really. 3 of. This will probably get hit on the ban list if this deck takes off, which it probably will. Branded Sword. Banish any number of branded spell/trap. Your special summon that many Ice Blade tokens that are Dark Dragons with 2500 attack, 2000 defense, level 8. Banish this card from your graveyard. Target one of your banished monsters that it is Fallen of Albaz or mentions it. Add it to your hand. That first effect can help you, like, prevent your opponent from gaming you, but meh. Branded Retribution. When a spell trap or monster effect is activated that includes an effect that special summons a monster or monsters, return to the extra deck 1 face of fusion you control or 2 fusion monsters in your graveyard that mention Fallen of Albaz as material. If you do, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. You can banish this card from your graveyard, target 1 branded spell trap in your graveyard, except itself added to your hand. Too much setup for a counter trap. And then we have our reprints, so that's the supers. We have Fallen of Albaz, Albion. This is a really good reprint. Fleur de Lis, even though it got reprinted in Megaton. Red MD, Thunder King, Livioneer, Radiant, Scythe, Baby White and Black Chaos Dragon, Safer. This is a really nice reprint. Keeper of Dragon Magic, Summoner Monk, Ghost Ogre, and Effect Veiler in the same structure. Protar. And I believe Branded Lost is a new card. I haven't kept up too much with the game. I occasionally will watch like a box opening and some Master Duel funnies. So I'm going to read this card. The activation of your cards and effects that include an effect that fusion summons a fusion monster cannot be negated. Also, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects when a monster is fusion summoned this way. If you fusion summon a fusion monster, you can add 1 Fallen of Albaz or a monster that mentions it from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect of it once per turn. Okay, that's a solid card. Oh, Branded in White. I know this isn't new. Branded Bond. I know that's not new. Fusion Gate. Fusion Recycling Plant. Fusion Substitute. Gold Sark. Extravagance. I needed this for a couple of decks. So, and then Called by the Grave. Best reprint. Dark Ruler No More. Screams of the Brand. I believe this is also new. If a fusion monster was sent to your graveyard this turn, special summon one of your fusion monsters that is banished or in your graveyard during the end phase of this card is in the graveyard because it was sent there to activate the effect of Fallen of Albaz. This turn you can set this card. Okay. That's pretty Meh. I'm gonna move the spells out of the way. Judgment of the Branded. I believe this is not new, but I'm gonna read it. Target level or higher fusion monster you control destroy all monsters your opponent controls with equal or higher attack than that monster. During the end phase, if this card is in the graveyard because it was sent there to activate the effect. Oh wow. That's pretty neat. Necrofusion. Back to the front. Warning point. Pretty neat. Peekaboo. D-Barrier. Waking the Dragon. Haha funny. And then the rest of the extra stuff, we have Titanic Lad, Brigand, Sprint, Albion, and then we have our tokens. Albaz the Shrouded, Ecclesia the Exiled, Tri-Brigade the Virtuous Vessels, and Eluber the Dogmatic. So, my thoughts on this structure deck. It's nice. It has a lot of necessary reprints and a lot of unnecessary reprints. An unnecessary reprint in my mind is Summoner Monk. Nobody plays this card anymore. This card is too fragile for the modern game. Kind of not really a necessary card. That's really it for the monsters, for the reprints. Are there any spells? Fusion Gate. Fusion Gate's pretty bad. And Fusion Recycling Plant. But you have just straight up power in these spell reprints outside of that. And then, obviously, like Waking the Dragon, Back to the Front, and Necrofusion are all just like, whatever. I am planning on, or I do have one more of these on my bed, and I have another one coming in the mail. So I will be making a deck out of this, using only cards on the structure deck. I will rarity bump some of the cards that I use, because I have some ultra rare Fallen of Albaz's from my Mega Tin opening, which if you haven't seen that, go down below, go to my channel, watch the openings. It was a pretty neat opening. And yeah, I will catch you guys when I get the third structure deck in. Oh, excuse me. Peace.